And as we step on the mic, man, you notice the difference. Heavenly blessed with the melanin, baby, you know that we winning. No time for the long talk, got 120 on the clock. Wednesday 8 through 10, all the bad vibes better stop. Cause you gotta come with that energy. Casual convos, baby, come down and just sit with me. Lil' Coco be spitting that remedy. Casual convos, baby, come down and just sit with me. You better take this shit serious. She dropping knowledge on head and it's free for the play. Tap in right now if you curious. We got the ham radio going lit every A. We go from people to family to pilots. Stay with me if you got something to say. You know it's important if we go acknowledge. Speak on the business and get out the way. What you gonna say about my mama? She winning, you rockhead.
Hello, welcome to the Casual Convo Show, where we have conversations about topics that affect communities, personal and business relationships. We always have the casual convo, so you don't have to have the tough convo. I am your host, Coco, and of course, with me is my co-host, the amazing DJ extraordinaire, Big Boscoe from the Bronx. And then
I'm trying to stay with y'all, man. I'm gonna have to walk up the street and get me some better internet.
Well, Bosco.
Tripping down here.
and we
Yeah.
also
So if I
have
go out, y'all, I'll be right back.
right. So we also have the beautiful,
The
creative, the Jude.
Jude.
Welcome,
Hey,
welcome.
yo. Hey, yo. Thank
Yo,
you,
yo.
babe. Sis. Hi, Bosco. Sorry going through that down there.
It's cool. It's cool. I'm ready to get this internet in effect. It's
So
crazy.
I know we missed last week. So just a brief update. Bosco lives in Asheville, where Hurricane Helene, whatever her name was, hit them kind of hard.
Yeah.
So of course, we didn't do the show last year. I mean, last year, last week, because they had a massive cleanup. They didn't have like power or anything like that, and they were severely affected. So, with due respect, we took a chill week, so they can get everything together. So, bear with Bosco tonight, as he's gonna have some technical issues. I should be fine. Jude should be fine, but he's still with us despite still going through the effects of Hurricane Helena, which hopefully he will tell us his experience at some point in the show when he
Yeah.
gets the connection, unless you want to try to get some points in now.
Yeah, I'm gonna try now because I'm gonna see if I can find a connection. If anyone knows about Asheville, you know where the mountains we are. But the thing about Asheville, we're like in a valley. Even though we're like 2,100 feet above sea level, Asheville, we have a few rivers here, a lot of lakes and stuff like that. We're the mountains. That's how it is. A lot of streams and stuff. As for the conditions, they're getting better, but we got a long way to go. A long way to go. A lot of places around here, like I was just telling Coco offline, we still got places where the car's still upside down, like 10 minutes from me. Right down the street, we have a park called Carrier Park. It's pretty much level. So it's a racetrack, a historic racetrack there, basketball courts, kids playground, dog park, everything was, and it's just gone, just level. You have, I think it was the place where you park your campers and stuff. That was down there. We still got campers sitting in trees, in the bushes. Like I said, tore apart. That's a big cleanup to where they had to close off the exit to the expressway. And as I was saying offline, we got an area named Tunnel Road, like a big shopping boulevard. The ground fell in, like an earthquake, a 6 foot drop on both sides of the street, and it goes out about a good 40, 50 feet from the curb. You can't even go down that street, and everything down there. I'm talking Walgreens, Lowe's, Goodwill. Everything's gone. They got to level the whole thing. You have U-Haul trucks upside down. We had a U-Haul company. It's bad. Even the semi trailers, the trailers to the semis, we got those. They literally tore up and sitting in trees. If anyone wants to see some of the photos, go on my Facebook, Bosco from the Bronx. Check out my videos. We got it's if you watch the show The Walking Dead, the real bad places, that's what it looks like. It's that bad, and it makes you appreciate the things you have. When people say I lost everything, there's a lot of people here that lost everything. I got lucky. I didn't lose anything. I think my house didn't flood, and I got a stream right behind my yard. It's a good thing my house is raised up, and the stream is like a big, I guess about 6-foot drop, 7-foot drop. So I got lucky. But my neighbors 50 yards from me didn't get so lucky because the river, the Frenchport River, down on my corner, it crested to where it came a good quarter mile up the street, and it came 50 feet from my front door. When I walk out the door and look, you could see the water right there. That's how close it was. One more day, I would have got flooded out. So it's real critical here. But the good thing is we're getting help here. FEMA got everything. We got them all out here. FEMA is like out there with everything. We got trucks coming in all the time. We got a lot of people doing a lot of things. Community coming together. Of course, we still got the knuckleheads, who don't care and got their conspiracy theories, and we're going to talk about that later. But everybody's coming together, and the thing about it is it's about time we see Black people come together, because actually Black people are actually coming together and working together. Except you still got those knuckleheads that it's like their life is full of drama. But we're making it. It's mentally stressing. It's physically taxing. But we're getting through. We got a long way to go, though. And I'm not talking a week or two. It might take us, for us to really get our shit back, like water. We don't have running water in most of the city. We don't have running water. And people still don't even have power. It's going to take about a good year, to be real. It's going to take about a good year. We should have water within the month. They're talking. I mean, running water. We got plenty of bottled water, and they got tanks. They're putting tanks on each corner for people to go out there, flush their toilets or whatever. We got water tanks for people to get water, stuff like that. So that's a positive. The bad thing is you have to go get showers. They're charging some places $10 a shower, some places charging $20 a shower. But you gotta do what you gotta do.
They down there charging for showers?
Yeah. Some places are, yeah. And I'm not gonna call out churches because they're starting to pick their game up, but I still don't trust them.
Pause.
I don't trust a lot of churches.
Go back to this charging.
Yeah,
so there's no running water, right?
Yeah.
So there's no running water. So the places that have access to water are charging
for showers.
That's
charging people.
And they're still fighting for
not all places
essentials. I don't give a damn. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No.
Some places you got some spots to let you take showers, but
charging
it's crazy here.
First of all,
it's crazy here.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jude.
No, I think we both were shocked at the same time. Like, charging $10. Are you crazy? Like, I seen a video where it was like, it was like they showed this little brick house, and then it was like a bunch of houses there, and then they show after the flood, and then like everything was gone, but that one little brick house, but the whole like layout of that whole area was just like changed now, and just to hear you say they're charging you to come, that's sick.
I mean, you could find a shower here. Yeah, you could find a shower here, shower there, but I know a friend of mine, a Facebook friend of mine, she had posted how she had to pay $20 for a shower.
So and I was like, wow. Where are these pay for showers located?
And I don't know where. I seen one at a Walmart, because the Walmart we got near here is gone. It's wiped out. It's leveled. But I seen one out there near the airport. I don't know if they were charging, but I seen they were giving showers. So I don't know if they were charged. I just happened to be going down there to meet my niece because we was going to the store together. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if they were charging or not. But I had to ask my buddy where was the shower. But it's you got people out here. And a lot of people are mad at Goodwill, and rightfully so. Goodwill is closed. Like, one Goodwill got wiped out. We got another Goodwill here, and like, why you guys are not open? People donated all that stuff and y'all just closed. We had a few grocery stores, like Ingles was like a major food chain here. A lot of their stores were closed. And then when they open, they say cash only.
Issues, or is it because of the water? Are they giving a reason why they're not open? Because I can see if you have staff that may be stranded or going through, it's a difficult time for a lot of people.
No reason.
Wow.
No reason. I mean, it's not all bad, but you have that going on here, and shouts out to we got there's an agency here called Beloved Asheville. No matter what's going on, they're out here getting busy. I got to give them mad props. I mean, no matter what's going on out here, they are out there delivering clothes, food, water, whatever, anything, whatever it is. In fact, they had it where you come by, you get some water, you might get some food, like some food or whatever, and they'll put like a couple of dollars of gas in your car, a can, if you were low. Yeah, they're real great. But there's a lot more that people can do, and some people, and see, that's why I fired off with the churches here, the black churches here, because I'll figure, okay, you got your church, you can get your tithes all these days, all these months, all these years. Okay, why aren't you getting food and feeding people? Why don't you have your church open when people can say, hey, here's a meal? And it's not all of them. I'm not going to call out all black churches, but my thing is, if you are a preacher, and I'm not talking about white churches. I see white churches out there getting busy year round. But I'm just calling out some of these black churches because I'm talking about our people, our community. These preachers get these tithes every Wednesday and every Sunday. And I'm like, why, when it went down, you're not at your church making sandwiches or getting water and feeding people? That's my problem. And I had to get into it with a few church people running their mouth. I said, look, everything I've done out of my pocket for people here doing this thing. My pocket. It wasn't until like a couple days ago I asked for some donations. My pocket. I was driving like 2 hours to here and an hour here and spending 10 hours a day getting shit for people here out of my pocket. And I'm saying, why can't this preacher do the same thing? And it's not all of them. But there's a lot of black churches around a lot of hoods around here. And Asheville's nowhere the size of Baltimore. But there's a lot of churches. And I'm like, these hoods around here, my daughter has done more than most of these churches. There's a lot of churches around here. And I'm like, why aren't you guys at some of these spots making sandwiches?
Are they
you can get the stuff. No.
So
that's what I'm saying.
Okay. So they're not even okay.
If they are, I mean, I haven't seen any. That's just me. I haven't seen it. Maybe some open. I haven't seen any. I'm not seeing any in the hood myself. I put it that way. So I'm not going to say they're not out there doing it. But the hoods I've seen, like the one right behind me, Pittsburgh View Apartments, my daughter's over there giving stuff out to the rich. She's taking care of the whole freaking the whole hood. The whole hood, she's doing it. And I'm like, why can't they go to these hoods? Because these churches are right on the corners. Why can't they go into these hoods and do the same thing? Collect donations and come to the community center. We got water, we got food, we got this, da. Why can't they do it? Because they got this tithe money. That tithe money is not for the past, it's for the people, it's for the community.
It's for the building fund. It's for the building.
You say what?
The building fund.
Right.
They're fixing the roof and the water. And the pan, the electricity, they've been doing that since 1863.
Right.
It's a lake.
Jude in the building.
1863. Listen, man. Listen, I
the date style and everything.
I don't think that all black churches are like that, but I know there's some. Sorry, Coco, what you were saying?
Hey, David, Lumberton is about an hour and a half. No, about 3 hours from me. He asked how far Lumberton from me. About 3 hours.
So I guess my question is, like, I know
helping FEMA's helping. I meant to ask some questions. Yeah, my bad. What's up?
You finished?
Yeah, I'm finished.
Okay. So
what's up?
So I know, like, when it first hit, you guys got flooded. So are there still areas that's still underwater? And I'm asking because And I want everybody to keep Richie Hicks Jr., his family, and everybody in Florida in prayers. They're being hit by a military. My concern, my genuine concern I have is with this hurricane. It seems like once it hits Florida, it hits you guys. What? I mean, and I'm quite sure because I saw the videos, the pictures, and things like that. And because you guys are still in like deep recovery mode and trying to find resources and things like that, are there any like warnings? Is there any buzz about, hey, let's like a hurry to clean up from like the city or state or whatever like that, just to try to help get you guys cleaned up and I don't know. I can't even put it in the words.
Yeah,
I'm still tripping off
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they're out here grinding. I'm not gonna lie. From what I've seen, they're out here grinding. You even got the rednecks out here cutting trees down and doing stuff like that. Yeah, everybody's putting in, and like I said, FEMA's here, and I don't know who. A lot of people from different cities are here too. Cause we had people from Jersey here and Pennsylvania here, like last week.
Okay.
So people they're out here. They're out here working, and it's like day and night. They're not just like leaving at 5 o'clock and come back the next morning. Dang it.
Okay.
Y'all there? Okay, I kind of went off for a second.
No, you good.
Yeah, they're it's like 20. They're working 24/7. Yeah, it's still gonna take a while because we got. I don't know if anybody else is still. I don't think anyone else is still in the water. I think it's more people, like they found people trapped on the trees and still in cars and stuff like that. And then like out in Swananoa and Barnesville, where it's like way out in the sticks, people are real having it bad out there because they don't have no lights, no water, and it's hard for them to get to the main part to get resources. It's hard for people to get resources out to them because we got helicopters flying all around. Yeah,
I was just about to say that we got helicopters. They send them out there, so we got ways to get the resources to the people. They better helicopter it there.
I think I was watching.
Hey, Richie said send him the link.
That was him and Paul. It's the same one that y'all had.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta give me a second. So let me get this out real quick before I forget. Sometimes you gotta let me get it out because I will forget what I'm going to say.
It's your vitamin D, friend. We got it.
It is. So, I would fuck it. Never mind. Go ahead.
Oh no.
No, I literally forgot. That's why I be saying y'all gotta let me get it out when I go.
Oh no, you good. Yeah, we just got it's just a lot of people who still it's hard to reach. But we got helicopters.
Time out. If you already had the link before, use that.
It wasn't working.
Same link.
It wasn't working when I was trying clicking it the first time.
Oh.
That's why I had I don't know. It maybe signed me out of the whole thing because I had to sign in the first time. I think that's what it was because I ended up having to do something, but it wasn't working. The old link. That's why I was like, is it the same one?
It's literally the same one. But can y'all go ahead with the thing, please?
Yeah.
I'm frozen again.
No, you're not.
No, you're not frozen. You're fine. No,
I thought I was frozen. I think I was frozen.
My heart goes out to everybody that was involved in it because living on the coast of El Salvador, that's scary to see. It happening and. Y'all ain't even you ain't even on the coast. You feel me? And that came from off the coast and then came inland to y'all, and just to see the damage that it did, man.
It's
keep
crazy.
My prayers and I hope that y'all get like because hopefully things get running and back up going for y'all. Sooner than it has for most other places that like tragedies have hit them like that because and then I'm in fear
the community's
for Florida
working together though
just to see what happened there and what's great hit them. Y'all seen that thing on the news where they were showing like the 3 feet, the 6 feet, then the 9 feet,
and how it looks.
I got to calculate how tall I am.
Let me get it out. Okay. So glad Richie was here. It's because it was kind of important to me. So I was watching the show, one of the news outlets. I know when we talk about like the resources and things like that, so they being as though so many different places get hit at the same time, and I know they say that it gets scarce, and especially when you have another major storm coming, I think most of the resources are going there because right now it's a higher need, because they get ready to get hit by a category 5.
Yeah.
What do you think that will look like for you guys? Do you think they will pull the little resources that you guys have, or like I don't know, like how does that work, or what do you do in that
I
situation?
don't know. The way I look at it is this is hurricane season, and um, I think everyone should be prepared by now. But they might have to, man. I don't know. They might have to, because they're gonna get it like we got it, you know. And I don't know how they're gonna do it. I mean, and see, this is what angers a lot of people. It's like when something like this happens overseas, they got all the resources they get from us, everything. But when it comes to us here in the United States, everyone moves slow. Look how they did Hawaii a couple of years ago. Hawaii got hit, and it's like, man, are y'all gonna move faster than this? But when Ukraine and
When Puerto
and
Rico
it
got hit
angers
too.
me because I got too, and it angers me because I got Facebook friends. Like y'all seen the Facebook profile picture I had of North Carolina, but it said Ukraine. I had
Hmm.
friends get mad at me because I posted that profile. I said, look, y'all forget my land. I said, but fuck Ukraine. You know, I don't care about Ukraine.
Do we
You
have
know,
a
we got to
paramedic
worry about
policy?
us. We got to worry about us.
The little
And
one.
I don't know how they're gonna do it, man. I mean, because see, when it first hit, they sent our stuff. They sent our people, the ones that were here, down there.
You don't know what they
But
are.
we got hit.
Right.
You know,
I
so
know.
they had to come back. And see, now the Florida's getting hit. They're gonna have to send something down. So I don't know how they're gonna do. I mean, I just hope people who was affected by this, they stocked up just in
Let me
case
get some Chanel
we
shit.
lose some of the resources.
Right.
Because I know some people who were like, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. I said, dude, you might want to stock up on some water and stuff, man. At least water. Get some food in your cabinets or whatever, because we don't know how long it's going. Nah, I'm going to be okay. And see, if they had to send the stuff down to Florida, man, those people who felt we're going to be okay, we're going to be okay, I don't need no water. Like, man, I don't have nothing. We tried to tell your ass, get ready. This is hurricane season here,
I'm going outside.
you know? So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do,
And
man.
then the country ain't got the money. The country ain't got the money to take care of other countries, take care of cities in crisis. We ain't got the money
Mm-mm.
to do everything. And we just sent a boatload of money on top of our deficit over to another country.
Yeah,
It do make you think about things like that during like this time. And then you got people charging. I'm keep bringing this up like throughout the night. 20,
yeah,
10 and $20
For a
to take a
shower?
for
shower
a shower.
That's
in a
Yeah,
crazy.
state of emergency. They should go to
yeah,
jail. You should go
But
to
sending
jail.
yeah,
billions to another country that we can't get no money from.
yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? It's
Right.
it's just like, I don't understand. And then I think it's even worse because it's election time. So that makes
Yeah,
matters even worse. My heart just goes out to
yeah. I
them.
tried. Like I got my gym I go to. Well, we have a gym down 40 minutes from me. I drive down there, take a shower.
Hmm.
That's what
You
I do.
know,
I said because I hate being dirty.
Coco, speaking of election time, that's why you would think that everybody that's running for something would be all hands on deck on this right now.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Because it would be a big political grab. Like, no, not even just to make it seem like, but that's usually what they gravitate towards.
yeah,
This will make you, get in votes. We went down here, even if you don't do a lot, like get down. I would think that
Do
this
something.
would be a time where people would get together. Instead, they sending
you
Especially,
know
text
what?
messages out about also Brooks.
hold on, Bosco,
You know
but
what?
especially
Shout.
if Wait a minute, hold on. Especially if like we watch these debates. The first thing they try to say is, let's bring America together. Let's be unified. We can come together as a people, as a country, whatever, united. It's supposed to be United States. So this is a time where, especially in some tragic and it's freak. People is going through it. So this is a time you should promote that if this is what you want and this is what you're saying your politic is about. Because at the end of the day, it's still a politic, right? So if this is what your politic is about, why not do that and pull those resources and show what type of leader you would be, especially in a crisis? This is what you want people to see. You want people to see your compassion. You want people to see your leadership skills, that you really want to see a unified front in your own country, not what you're doing for here. We get the war, we get everything that's going on, but right now your country is in a crisis and you're completely ignoring it. And then on a bigger spectrum, nobody's talking about what happened to the homeless people who cannot evacuate, who can't do things. Like, what did y'all do with these people? Because they're people too.
Yeah.
But and no matter what,
we got a lot of people that.
No matter what happens, that's tragic, especially when we have these state of emergencies, these blizzards, these hurricanes, tornadoes. Nobody talk about the population of people that don't have the means to get to safety.
A lot of them died here. A lot of them.
A lot of them died.
A lot of them died. I mean, they're still pulling bodies. A lot of them died. A lot of the homeless.
Wow.
Like up on my corner, the other end, we got a lot of them camped out at a store in the parking lot, because that's the safest place, just in case. Because a lot of them that was down at the park, see, they're gone. They're dead. You could see their clothes and stuff. It's madness down there, man. Like I said, I don't. So what?
And I kind of wanted to pull Richie in. He's been here for a few minutes. We haven't even introduced Richie to the show. Welcome.
Richie.
How you doing, guys? Thanks for having me.
What's up, man? You all right down there?
I just want to say, because to anybody, if you hear bad connection while Richie is talking, he's actually in Florida. And not only did they also get hit by Helene, whatever, the lady, get hit by, they also are right in the have an impact of Milton. That's approaching landfall, like as we speak.
I've been keeping an eye. I got these plastic glass windows. I'm gonna actually flip my camera for a quick second. I could, but anyway, I just. That's going. My bad. That's going right here. But no big deal. That's a simple fix. This den area, my outside area. I got my little guy playing his Fortnite. My girl's in the shower. So everybody's just trying to make everybody comfortable, and we'll just deal with things as they come. I'm just grateful that we're inland enough. You can never project the storm all the way, but from what I've seen, it looks like we're probably going to be getting, worst case scenario, 50-something mile-an-hour winds, possibly less than that. And honestly, it could be worse. So whatever little bit of damage that should happen to the vinyl or anything out here, just more worried about. The only thing that really scares me, truthfully, is the tornado possibility, because, in my neighborhood, and we learned our lesson from previous years, they got a better filtration system, because I do have a lake behind me, but drainage-wise, they cleaned out a lot. So I'm not expecting an issue there, but just riding it out, waiting. My biggest thing, 7-year-old in the house, just him not being scared. As long as he's not scared, I'm good. So trying to keep him preoccupied.
We got a question from Doug. He said, what kind of items can you use? And I guess that was a question for him. So I guess, like, what kind of items, like, would you need, or if someone wanted to donate, what could you use? Like,
I got. Let me talk to Doug right quick too. And Doug, I hadn't forgot you. I got bad connections up here, so when I try to text, it doesn't go through. But I'm going to get with you either tonight or tomorrow, because I'm even having a hard time with connections here on the show. So, but I'm gonna get with you though. No, he texted me like not long ago.
You late? I already told
him.
No,
he texted me not long.
I know. I already told him.
But he texted me not.
I know. I already told him.
All right.
You know?
All right.
What a little thing, because
you know what I mean?
I'm a coffee drinker, so I basically made sure that we just brewed a ton of coffee, put it in the fridge, got extra ice. I got 2 fridges out here, non-perishables. Try to cook a little bit ahead, but it's gonna be honestly the worst part for my town, St. Cloud. We're looking at an honest 4 to 5 hours where it could be rough, and that should be coming in within the next hour or so. So, just kind of, this is not my first rodeo with these, but I got that little more angst because of the little guy here. That's being honest.
Well, can I fuss a little bit? Why you ain't evacuate?
Evacuate?
Mm-hmm. This ain't no regular category 1. They said it's a whole 5.
Nah, Tampa's getting the brunt of it. Tampa's getting the brunt of it. When it gets out here, we're looking at, it's going to be a 1. Any thunderstorm in Florida, and I mean any thunderstorm in Florida, you always run a risk of a tornado. It could be a Tuesday. It could be July 3rd. It could be, that's one thing about living in this kind of climate. But I did attempt to get a hotel. Truthfully, things happen fast because between our home AC had gone out, we had to replace some stuff, and I chose to stay. What's up, B? What's up?
Hey, Richie.
Just get me some pizza.
Hey, Richie, did they drain the lake behind your house? Richie.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did they drain the lake behind your house?
No,
that's a big old lake though.
Lake's not drained.
Okay.
Lake's not drained.
Okay. Yeah, that lake is like right near your house too, man.
Noah, do you want to say hi to the folks on Casual Convo? You'd love to? Okay, hold on, guys. Introduce my guy, Noah. Noah, say hi.
Hi.
Hey, Noah.
Good.
How are you? Hey, handsome.
He said he's playing this game.
Yeah, he's playing
game mode.
He's taking advantage of the rare getting up to stay late like this.
That's a solid member of the Richie Hicks Jr. podcast. That's a solid member.
Yeah, he was flexing his guns with Idris a couple months back. That was a cool
show.
Our thoughts and prayers are with both of you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm in Baltimore, y'all where y'all at, but I know it's not much. But we do, keep you guys in our thoughts, prayers, or whatever. Yeah. I let you guys know about any resources, anything I come across. Sure. Definitely. But please stay safe.
Yeah,
I blows up a phone, but I was gonna tell you, he'd be like, I'll call you back. Make sure.
My truest concern, I'm worried about the people in Tampa. That is where I feel terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, can we make you guys laugh quickly?
What's that now?
Oh, I always laugh, but yeah.
I mean, I know it's been we've been hitting some deep subjects, and I know it's a little. Let's brighten it up a little bit. So, Jude got kicked out of political notifications.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yay me! Yeah, so
Zuckerberg and the politicians hate Boscoe from the Bronx.
Yes,
listen. Republicans hate the Jude because they text my phone all the time and they keep telling me about what's her name, Awesome Brooks. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna call her, Awesome Brooks. That's not her name. We're gonna name her Awesome Brooks. So if you don't know, I think I said this before on one of the previous shows about. I do not like how here in Maryland, they always attacking the women in office. We get a lot of sisters in there. We don't have too many, white ones in there yet. But even if you would, they would attack her just like they attack the sisters. But they attack women in office here so bad. They find everything on them, even while we actively have a presidential candidate who has charges and been indicted and all types of stuff that regular dudes had to
and be grabbing
fight to
coochies.
be able to vote for. You feel me? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just so much stuff with it. But they want me to talk about, they want me to not vote for, what's her name? Also Brooks. I don't even know her name. They keep texting. I'm gonna call her Awesome Brooks.
Let me go back to
Awesome
the
Brooks.
message I can tell you so we can be accurate.
So they want me to not vote for her because what they say, 16,000. She did 16,000 and whatever. I don't care what she did, because that's my thing.
Angela also reject it says, you can't trust Angela also Brooks. Reject Angela also Brooks.
Man, that name is a killer.
So I told them.
That's a name for you, though.
What did I say, Coco? What my message say? What did I say? I text them back because they texted me and I ain't get them my phone number. I text them back and said,
how they tell you everything wrong about the person, right? And so, her name is really Angela Brooks. They was being petty. So this is Jude's reply. Jude's reply was, I gotta do it in her voice. I don't care. We shouldn't be paying taxes to a country that owe taxes to themselves. Stop attacking women in office. Exclamation point. So
I just feel like.
So wait a minute. This was the reply immediately at 3:44 p.m. You have opted out of receiving text from
they just kicked me out.
Take it no more.
So it was another lady last year that they kept when she came here. She did all these videos and she was talking about Baltimore, and they was texting me about her. And then they sent me a pamphlet. So I threw it in the trash, took a picture of it, and replied to the text message. Ain't no way I'm replying. I'm voting for her. She don't even know how to put a wig on. I don't like to withdraw eyebrows. They cancel me then too. But I just feel like, first of all, I didn't give y'all my number, so y'all shouldn't be texting my phone.
Yeah.
Number two, how y'all sitting up here trying to tell me not to? The whole government is crooks to me. The whole government, robbing Peter to pay Paul. They don't really do nothing for us as United States citizens. But you're telling me, she had tax fraud. You know how many city councilmen? How many other mayors? Let's talk about Baltimore City school system, everything about the government here in Maryland, how they were stealing money, and you want me to talk about this one black woman who had some kind of tax? She took tax deductions. We all try to take tax deductions. We shouldn't be paying taxes in this goddamn
It's
country.
legalized theft.
Yeah. But this is the thing, we owe money as a country. We shouldn't be paying taxes. We paying taxes and still in debt. We over here struggling, and you talking about her. Like, who cares? The whole government is corrupt. Don't I'm voting for her. I signed out, immediately signed up to go knock on doors this weekend and get other people to vote for Awesome Brooks.
Right. But hold on. What's your political name?
Oh, what's her one name? I be forgetting her name. What's her name? What's my girl name?
Jasmine Crockett.
So my name is Jude Crockett Mays, because I am Eric Mays' niece and Crockett's sister. Because I ain't playing with them in this political world. I'm going to one of them meetings. I want to go in there, one of the ones that be talking about stuff going on in your community. I don't even want to be in your community. If your community got issue, let's talk about it. And then let me go in the community meeting, because we're going to talk about it. Because I'm coming there. I'm sick of them. I want to know how they got my number. But it was the audacity that they kicked me out. And they kicked me out. They just, we're just going to not even
crazy,
touch you
man.
no more.
But then the make it mad is even worse. As I'm talking to Jude about her getting kicked out of the political messages, I get a phone call from Russia.
Yeah, it was Ivanka.
Yeah, you just
Ivanka. I said, I know you lying. Here go Boscoe. Answer it. I'm not answering that. I'm not doing that.
I said that might be Putin, man.
And she said, so Jude said, no, that's Ivanka. I was like,
Ivanka will make sure that you don't vote for Trump.
That might have been Putin, man.
That's his wife. She want me to vote for him.
That's his right hand right there. That's his right hand.
Yeah, that might have been Putin, man. Shoot.
You know,
Answer that
I
phone.
just
Shoot.
I
What are you talking about?
was like, how did somebody in Russia even get my phone number? I said, that's spam.
That's the point.
You're not having.
Where's everybody getting my number from?
I don't know. It was so
crazy
because I was attached to you. Because after you cut some people out, you called me.
Yeah, they was calling you from Russia to tell on me.
It's a lot of audacity because we don't have house phones no more. Right. So it's like the new way. They harass you now on the cellular because I mean less than 10% of the population still has house phones in most big cities. You know, nobody has a house phone anymore.
Yeah, I got like 1,800 something text messages, and about 1,000 of them is political. They the unread ones, about 1,000, and I'm just trying to figure out. I think I'm gonna go back tomorrow and text all them back.
Hey, send a group text.
I never thought about. Yeah, you want? I'm gonna add you in. I'm gonna add you in, Bosco. Ricky, you get on the group text because we go talk politics to the politicians.
You know me. I don't care.
I'm with it.
I bet we gonna do it better. We gonna do it better.
My attitude lately is if I didn't offend you or piss you off, I'm not doing my job.
I feel that, especially in politics. And then it's the audacity. Ain't their job to debate? I need to get a debate out the matter. I'm offended.
I gotta say one thing.
It's crazy, man.
I don't want to veer the topic, but I just gotta say one thing. I was mind blown this morning having my morning coffee, and our guy Idris witnessing one of the most iconic pictures ever taken in Rucker Park.
Oh yeah,
Julius Erving on the throwdown.
Oh, I saw that. Yes.
But
you know how crazy?
I was like mind blown. I blew that thing up. I was like,
you know what about that? You know the thing about it. I kept telling people. I said, dude. I said my uncle took me there when I was 9. I was there. Nah, I was there. Then my boy said, yo, man, I found you. I said, where? And he got the picture. And I said, damn, so funny. Because I kept telling people, I said, yo, I kept telling people I was on the front row. Because see, my uncle was playing back. It was my uncle playing out there, Dr. J, Connie Hawkins, Nate Archibald. He was out there balling with them. And Dr. J broke away for the dunk. And I was sitting there. And at that moment is when I became a Dr. J fan. I kept telling people, I was there. And there it is.
There's a misconception was that he was just making an appearance at the park. That was against other legends.
Yeah.
I had to switch.
Yeah, they were out there balling.
Yeah.
Y'all know these Apple products don't always work.
Gotta go iPhone. I mean, you gotta go Android.
Never.
There was something that I wanted to wanted to bring up.
What's that?
Well, I'm trying.
But you look radiant. But the way you just I love your hair and the colors, and you just look like you're glowing.
Thank you.
Yeah, I meant to say that when I came in. You got the bright colors.
I just had to tell you that. Like, it's just I don't know everything about it.
I'm gonna have to do some investigating. This is a different kind of glow I see on my sister.
It's so cute.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. You didn't do a mental health check.
Different kind of glow.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's strength and peace, and I'm explaining to you why. So, have you ever went through a part of your life where you feel like you want to just scream and just,
Nah, you good, shot.
What over the last couple of weeks since we last spoke, it's like please, because you distracted me. So what I have actually done was understood sometimes when people, places, and things leave, you be at peace. Because certain shit just don't be you. And then I've understand that there's a certain level of confidence and a peace that I have to know that I'm not the same person. And I'm grown, and growth is great.
Self-love
is I've learned to not beat myself up over bullshit.
Yeah, self-love is a beautiful thing because when you conquer More pizza. I got you. When you conquer self
Oh, he
love.
really dropped. I'm sorry, Bosco. Let me apologize.
No, I don't think it was that. I think he just it might have been the timing. That happens all the
Rich,
time.
can you add Bosco back, please?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Oh, but there was something that I want. But thank you. That was y'all be.
You buy
No, we with me. Well, I know Jude and I we had talked about it a little bit earlier. Climate change. The
oh
reason
yes.
why, Rich, I need you to add Bosco back, please. So this he gonna want to be on this one. Is climate change because I know. Okay, I know everybody talk about a lot of things. I know we talk about things that's man-made. I know we talk about things that's going on and all of this stuff. But how do we really keep up with climate change, or do we understand the significance and what it really means to understand what happens when our climate is all over the place and I don't you go first?
Well, one, they putting it in the movies. And for what my scientific, professionalism is seeing in the movies. Coco, you frozen. Is you frozen?
No, my came
Oh,
and I
okay.
made
Uh, there you go. I was like, man. um, they've been putting it in the movies for a while. Like a whole bunch of like a lot of people laugh at me because I be saying that they put it in the movies, but I strongly in my spirit believe like they put these truths in fiction and market as fiction, but every worst case scenario there's a movie out here for it, and every worst case scenario shows that regardless of how much they put in our face, we not ever going to ever be prepared for what's to come, and we don't take anything serious enough to fix it, to start living clean energy, like solar stuff. Stop using the sun so much because draining the sun is also killing us too. But use it
Mhm,
at a minimum. We got so used to doing something, myself included. Like I don't know where I would be without electronics today, but it's
mhm,
killing us for real. You feel me? A lot
literally.
of people don't know how to. I don't know how to. I can't stand bugs, so I can't. I don't want to farm. You feel me? I depend on people like that. Then we don't take care of the farms and stuff
Mhm,
like that. They really struggling and things like that. We worrying about the wrong thing now. I can't speak for everybody, but what I'm noticing in the L community is more about the material things, buying the most expensive this, expensive that. I'm starting to see now the younger generation buying land and things like that. I do see some of the changes, so it's not everybody, but the majority ain't there yet. Like
mhm,
the majority just ain't even thinking to be there. They don't take it that serious. But all the worst case scenarios is already out there for what can happen, and it's happening.
mhm.
There's a movie for every single thing that has been happening.
Yeah,
Science fiction is what they call
becomes reality. Yeah, it's your reality. Just like what was it? Probably like 2 or 3 days ago. Um, I don't know. I love things like National Geographic and stuff like that. We talk about this kind of stuff.
it.
So when they were talking about like Antarctica and like the North Pole and how they're starting to see Greenland, which has never been seen before because it's been covered by ice. So they're like, we have blue water, green like vegetation, like things like that. So I'm like,
Yeah.
"Hmm." So, and I think a lot of us don't pay attention to, like here in Baltimore, when the last time we had a winter? A long time ago.
It
The
was a while
damn,
we had that blizzard. It was a blizzard because it had to have been like 10 years ago. 10 years ago at least.
right.
Maybe 8.
So you got that. The fly. Why are flies still flying? They
And
used to
why
be
is there so
dead around
many
this
of them?
time.
Was it this many flies when we was growing up? It's
No,
more.
they were dead.
More. It's
They were
more
dead by this
now.
time.
It's a lot of flies. It's warm. It's either cold as hell or
Mhm.
warm as hell. It's never really like too much in between. We had a good summer though. It wasn't like extremely hot, but it wasn't cold. I feel like
That's the problem. Because when you think about it, even the West Coast, they're not as hot as they starting to experience like our type of temperatures.
But they've been the deserts have been hot, but they're hotter,
Hmm.
and they had more wildfires over there. There and what's that other country where all them animals died? Where they like some animals are extinct now because it was like that big wildfire because of drought. And I
Yeah,
just seen
yeah.
something on dang, I forgot what show it was one of them shows, one of these the TV shows where they were showing. Oh man, I'm so mad. And I wanna I can't be specific as to where y'all, so bear with me. If you know me, you know I've had a little medicine.
Want to be Pacific?
Yeah, so let me be Pacific right now. I can't be specific, I'll be Pacific.
Okay.
So the bodies of water, large bodies of water are starting to dry out. And in
Mhm.
one country in particular, right now, they're dealing with that. I put my TV on one of these weather channel thingies to be playing, and I know they was talking about it's in another country, but it's like when they show like the before, it was like a big like body of water, like a lake or something, and then they showed like a couple days ago, and it's like looked like a desert, and they don't know what's going on. But global warming is real, and I don't know what to do. I know that it's certain things, like hate to say it, like not to try to scare anybody, but it's certain things that's just inevitable. Like if the ground itself, just shifted and started breaking apart. What's this called when the ground, the glaciers kind of, or what's this called? Is the glaciers when
Not
it's
erosion.
when
I know when it looks
how
like it split. When it
yeah,
starts to
when how the
split and
country
I know
used
what you.
to
I
be
can't think
one
of it.
big
I can't think of the
continent.
technical word. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to be all one big continent at the one point in time, but then it broke off. And then, but they're talking about how things are shifting and, everything. In a couple years, they feel like one part, South Africa going, South America going to detach
Split in
itself
two.
and move somewhere else. And um, what is it? The North Pole supposed to flip or something. And like they got
Mhm.
so many different things, but I think about with everything that's going on and living on this coast, I am a little nervous because it's not necessarily like a difference with moving inland because they got volcanoes and
I'm
earthquakes.
sorry. Rich, can you
So
please let Bosco in?
yeah, they got like volcanoes and earthquakes, but we do live on the coast. And what's happening in these other places with like these large bodies of water, even these smaller bodies of water than us around them, that can easily happen. You feel me? Like here, up here, it's like what's going on? It's scary. Like
It is.
it's it is terrifying. But you don't want to live in fear, but you need to be aware.
But I think it's also not only just being
Uh,
aware, but
I'm
also
back.
not only being aware, but also being realistic about
Hmm.
that we're in a world that's changing. That we have to change our adaptations. Just look at like the animals, like we said, like the birds and things like that. Everything is
Hmm.
adapting around us, but we want to look at everything
They
as
be
if
leaving.
somebody's trying to hold us down and hold us back. No, we
Yeah.
have to learn how to evolve. The same way
Hmm.
these new generations of kids, they're evolving with the times. Um, so it's just like 1 second, Paul. Let me see if Rich, can you check Paul? See if you can connect them. So he yeah, so just like okay, like when we were talking earlier, I'm sorry. We were talking about marine life. So every week, did you see it was like a new shark or something with all of these teeth? But do you see they look
Yeah, I saw
A
that.
new whale, a new
but they
shot.
The
but they're
shark had
starting
like
to
two rows. Yeah, I
to
saw that.
look more mammal like. Do that if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
So they're evolving to adapt because we don't know what the hell going to happen. And then I know we know just about every species has not been discovered.
Yeah,
So if their natural habitat
right.
is changing,
Hmm.
they like, all right, surprise, surprise. Here we go.
The
we
Yeah,
water
no doubt.
warming, the
yeah,
water, the
we
water
gonna
Yeah, the
come
warming,
water's
the
together.
warming.
ice melting.
Yeah,
The water
Yeah.
warming, the
Yeah,
ice melting, the volcanoes. Then to be honest, it's probably the volcanoes of the planet.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Like
Hey,
no book.
hey, when y'all were out, did y'all talk about the manipulation of the weather yet? When I was
You
out,
can elaborate.
yeah, I want to talk to people about that. People keep talking about the HAARP machine, HAARP. Before you guys talk about the machine manipulating the weather, maybe you should read up about the machine. You need to learn about the atmosphere, the stratosphere, the thermosphere, the troposphere, and of course the ionosphere. I'm giving you a little science lesson. The HAARP machine is about radio waves, radio
Okay.
frequency.
Because
So what?
I thought you were talking about heart. That's not it. Can you spell it?
No, it's HAARP, HAARP.
Okay.
I said it's about radio waves, low frequency radio waves. They go to the ionosphere. If you know about the ionosphere, that's space to where the space station is. It has zero to do with weather. The frequency is so low. It's basically trying to communicate with extraterrestrials and stuff like that. Our issues begin in a troposphere, which is, you know, where the weather and everything and, stratosphere, stuff like that. We can never reach the ionosphere unless we're on a spacecraft. So when you guys say, well, y'all better check about HAARP, maybe you guys need to read about HAARP and stop being so ill-informed and going with all these conspiracies. The HAARP machine is about radio frequencies, period. If you can
Yeah,
find a radio frequency, huh? What's that, Jude?
what's the machine they use to make clouds? I do feel like that machine playing a part.
I don't know, but they talking about they were talking about the HAARP one.
Yeah,
They were talking
no,
about
no,
the
I
HAARP.
don't know the name,
Yeah,
but no.
yeah.
I
I
know
know
the
what you
one that you
talking about.
talk about. But
Yeah.
I think that that's the reason why they starting to see like more lights in the sky and stuff. That
Yeah.
the heart
Exactly.
machine, like
Exactly.
more alien sightings for real, because they keep
Yeah.
sending stuff out.
Exactly.
There's plenty of movies out about that. You send stuff into
Exactly.
space, stuff come back.
Exactly,
But
Jude.
anyway, I know people probably like this. Motherfucker keep talking about movies because I'm telling you, they put
Because
it in the
you
places
kicking
where
it
they don't.
real. Yeah.
Because they put it in the places where they think you ain't gonna pay attention. But I'm
Hiding. What
just
do you call
saying,
it? Hiding in plain sight.
not to change the subject. I swear they create. I don't know. I mean, they just released 2 documentaries on the Menendez brothers in like a
Oh
week
man,
from.
I'm
But
dudes.
anyway,
Yeah.
that's something else. We'll talk about that later. Um,
You
what
can
it
go ahead and go into because we can transition into something else. I'm trying to
Cause
see if I can
no,
get.
that keep me on my TV stuff. And I'm telling you, like
Yeah.
I'm on my conspiracy theories with they try to keep the serial killers alive, and ain't enough people, out here, to keep distract. They try to distract you with things, that we don't
Hmm.
need to be distracted with. But
Hmm.
they drop that the confession. They got confession tapes and then a whole documentary about something that we
Yeah.
already know because we done seen like 3 documentaries on it already.
Yeah.
They got a
See
new one, but
that's my point, Jude. They that's my point. These guys keep talking about the wrong thing. They talking about the heart machine, and I say no. The heart machine is a whole different thing. They're not paying attention.
yeah, but that machine that they was blowing clouds in the air
Yeah.
and
But see, they
producing.
don't know
First
that.
of all, when
Yeah.
you making clouds, it
Mhm.
sucks up the moisture from the ground,
Yeah.
and
Oh, I'm
and
with
that
you. I'm with you. Yeah,
to
I'm with you on
create,
that.
rain. Which I
Yeah.
understand why you were doing it, but at the same time, it was like
Mhm.
for a good cause to try to create rain for a region that
Yeah.
needed, but where you were sucking water from, you were draining. That's like that
Right.
that
Yeah, I'm with
that.
you. I'm with you on that. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I'm just saying these guys don't know which machine they're talking about. I know which one you're talking about, but they
No,
don't know.
I know.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
just trying to tell them that that's the machine they was probably talking about, though. They probably got the
yeah.
that they. I hope that was the machine y'all was talking about. And if
They
it's
don't. They
another
don't
kind of
study.
machine out there,
They don't study. They don't study, Jude. They don't. They don't like you and me and like Coco. They don't. They don't watch. They don't watch shit. They don't watch documentaries and stuff like that. They don't do
yeah,
that.
It's
They
not
stay on
even about
Facebook all
what
day.
or read
I
something,
think, but it's
or
deeper
Yeah,
than
read.
it's deeper than a documentary.
yeah. I'm
Conspiracy
just saying they
theories.
don't research. I'm saying they don't. They don't. They stay so much on Facebook. They
No, no,
don't
no. That's
read. They don't. You know what I mean?
not.
Hey, I'm a nerd, you know. Oh, the weed machine. That too.
No, not saying that, but I'm just saying like I think the conspiracy theories are more so like it's still like scientific. Like you have scientific studies.
Yeah,
So pretty much people could develop, I think, conspiracy theories to avoid the truth
the
or
truth.
to avoid understanding the truth. So the same thing
Yeah,
like with a conspiracy theory, those are to be discussed, tested, or whatever, right? But you have to challenge it. But
right,
the thing about conspiracy theories is people believe it because it
right,
seems believable and it fits their narrative of thinking. So I think that's why we think
right.
of it like a whole conspiracy. But the one
Yeah,
thing that you can't like negate or really question is science. Science
mm.
is science. Biology,
Science
all
is
of that
science.
stuff, geography is around us. So I think before you say everything is understand science, because the thing about science is it has to be proven. It has to
Has to be
be the
proven.
hypothesis has to be research study, and it's also ongoing. The same thing with our planet when we talk about like the weather, right? So
Hmm.
when we talk about the changes and when people say, "Oh, the man made the storm," bro, have you watched or have you really researched geography and how
They
we
don't.
should and how this all of this has happened before, and
Before.
that whole statement, everything come back around, like it comes back
Yeah,
around.
history
We have
repeats itself.
in a phase where things are coming back around, so we have to
Hmm.
understand
Yes.
that and understand that the methods are there. So before we quick to label something, we got to really be realistic and educate us. And I think this is an important time to really educate ourselves on what's changing around us in our environment because people don't understand that shit affects our mental.
Hmm. But
Like
you know,
your
niggas
environment,
don't.
how you
Niggas
think,
don't evaluate.
your thinking process, all of that stuff is impacted by seasons and all of that shit. Like we said,
Hmm.
the seasons ain't even the seasons no more. But everybody quick
Mm-mm.
to blame the government, which I get, I understand. But
Hmm.
science is science.
See, the thing with you know, my thing about it is they okay. Like there's some stuff that I question, but what these guys they don't like you said they don't challenge it. If they hear it, this is what it is. They don't
Mhm.
challenge it, and you know, and I'm like, and then when I ask them, where did you get your information from? Oh man, now you what's that? You brainwash. I said why? Because I asked you where did you get your information from. You know, it's stuff like that. Like so many of these guys keep saying, like I said about the harp thing. And I said, okay. They say, well, it's harp. It's harp. I said, are you sure it's harp? Yeah, yeah. I said, where is it? Oh no, it's in Anchorage, Alaska. But they don't know that. They don't know nothing. They just hear it and then they run with it, not knowing what it is. Because I know what Jude is talking about. But
Mhm.
see, those knuckleheads don't know what Jude is talking about. What they think Jude is talking about is what I was trying to tell them what it ain't. That's the problem. Because they're too lazy. They're too lazy to research it and challenge it. They figured that because they hate the government so much, they just gonna go with that. Like I
And a
don't
lot
trust
of
the
Yeah,
government.
but that's
I
how
don't
you
trust the
don't know.
government.
Like I may not be able to tell you the name of the machine, but I
But
know
you
what the
know.
motherfucker do. Like you got, and I
Exactly.
feel like that's
Exactly.
the that's the
Exactly.
that's the that's the cool thing about like even learning
Yeah.
about some of the crooked
Hmm.
shit that the
If you
government
know, you
ignores,
know.
because the thing about scientists is they are cocky because it takes them so, and I don't mean in a bad way. Like they cocky, and
Yeah.
I love everything about it
because
Yeah.
because
they
number one,
smart
they
as shit.
smart. It take
Yeah.
them time to figure things out. You got your ones that they so smart. They'll be the ones that get over them. Your scientist
Hmm.
is your big pharma. I'm gonna throw that
Yeah.
out there. Your
Yep.
big
Yeah.
pharma. Your
Yeah.
your 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 people who regulate, your medication and things, because it takes science to be able to put the right chemicals and
Yeah.
things and this and that in your
And I
stuff.
kill you.
Yeah.
And I kill. So they
Yeah.
got
Or maybe kill you, but they be the ones that get over and don't throw
Yeah.
stuff through the right protocol. Sometimes they be the ones in the
Hmm.
black bug and shit like that. I'm just saying, some they
That's why
they
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 make that money.
smart people like your scientists, but they take so
Yeah.
much time in
Yeah.
figuring things out that when they figure certain things out, they take it to the government. It's the government who chooses to ignore. You know, like, think about, you feel me, like some of the things with COVID, regardless of what science proved.
Yeah.
The government did otherwise. They take pride in everything that they do. You feel me? Even a mess up. It takes time, like research, the figure. I love science.
But see,
I just wish I was
that's
better
what I
at it.
mean too. But see, that's what I mean. Now, if it takes scientists to do all that stuff, but niggas on Facebook know right away. Like, come on, man. Yes, this is that.
Yeah.
Like they say, you know what you're talking about. You know, and I know what you're talking about, but them niggas don't know.
But
They
it
just
take nothing
taking
to
it and
even
running.
just look it up. If you
It
don't
doesn't
know,
take
go and look it up. It's
nothing. Look
there.
it up.
You don't. I don't know. I
It's
don't know.
there. Exactly.
I like
It's there.
that's some people just literate. That's what we're gonna
You know
call
what?
that one. Not
I think the
not
other,
illiterate, literate. Some people
and
just
I
literate,
think
not
the other
illiterate,
piece of
but
that too
literate.
is, if I tell you something and I'm lying to you, the lie is always believable, but people
Yeah.
don't believe the truth because the truth sometimes can be scary or too realistic to make people think. A lot of times people
Mhm.
don't want to think or face the reality of something that could be detrimental. So if you
Yeah.
gossip or whatever, all of those things are a distraction. And it's like, I'm sorry, I gotta take this out because my phone doing a lot. So it's it can be a distraction to
Hmm.
everything what you say, right?
Yeah.
So I don't have to
Yeah.
deal with this because I'm distracted by this. So if what you saying is the
Hmm.
opposite of this, then I can believe this because I don't want to believe that this gonna fuck us up in the long run because
Yeah.
these people just trying to oppress us because they just don't like this particular group of people.
Yeah.
And not understanding that it's not only affecting this group of people, it's affecting the mass group of people that's all intertwined. Do that
And
make
people
sense?
hate to be proven wrong
Yeah,
too.
like all of America.
But
Yeah.
even when you were
America.
talking about the manipulation of the weather, or certain things like that, I think when we talk about science and we talk about climate change, that doesn't
Yeah.
just affect America. This is a global issue. And
Yeah.
and, and I know a lot of people like Google. Google issues today globally. Climate change is in the top 3 because it impact our agriculture, our lifestyle. It changes a lot about us as human beings. It's the same way like we talked about it, like we think about the different animals, they learning to live and migrate and produce in environments
Hmm.
that they normally wouldn't because they're
Right.
adapting. So we're not even paying attention to stuff like that. We just like, oh, that's bull. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
No, they're changing because the environment is changing, and
The
it's not
environment's
just here in
changing.
America. It's a global issue, and that's why so people are in the uproar, and it's an issue because you have Antarctica, the North Pole. When the hell they start having blue waters and not ice?
Yeah. That's
That's
because
crazy.
the everybody of water is warming. The I think one of them islands had a volcano, underwater volcano erupt, and they can see that it's forming a new island,
Mm-hmm.
or expanding the island. Um, they found another species of whale.
Yes.
They try to figure out what whale. As a matter of fact, what happened to the whales that were stuck? Did they get out, or did they all? Because they just stopped showing them after they showed that they were stuck. Remember the whales that were stuck
Yeah.
in the middle of the ice?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What I
I don't know
wonder,
what
I,
happened with
I
them.
haven't heard nothing else about this story,
Me neither.
but I
They
do
probably
remember.
testing them. That's probably why. When they captured them like that, like what is it, the marine biologists and stuff like that,
Yeah.
Well,
they keep
no,
them there to see how they adapt and adjust because of the different issues. And I think that's what happened with them because they got pink dolphins too.
Mm.
well, yeah, we been had the pink
Yeah,
dolphins.
that keep getting pinker.
Well, yeah,
The older
they
they get,
did.
the pinker they get. Yeah.
But no, they found a new species of whale, killer whale, and um,
They found a frog too, a frog and something else. They found a few things.
It was something else. Yeah, I'm about
Yeah.
to say it's been everything they've been finding been under the water, been like
Hmm.
underwater. I
Yeah.
mean, besides like in Antarctica, them finding like different like what's they call like what's the little they life forms, but they not really life forms. They like
Oh,
they
um,
what they call. I've got to stop smoking
yeah.
sometimes.
No,
I be knowing what I'm talking about. I just cannot
I know what you're
remember.
talking about too.
The little organisms, they be like little
The little
organisms. That's
organism.
what they
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah. I know.
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
There we go. Them, they be like they just found like a few like different life forms. They found they found like 3 or 4 different species of
Hmm.
uh a different type of fish,
Yep.
like some kind of what is they called, the seahorses. They
Mhm.
found
Mm.
like but they all they're like the same color. They don't have no pigment, and they all
Yeah,
like in like this body of water that no sunlight get to, no people, really come into. But I feel like once people start going there, that's when it changes the environment. And what
Mhm.
was
yeah,
pure the way it was is not going to continue to be pure, which is what's going
yeah.
on up there. And is that what's the Antarctica?
Mhm.
Antarctica.
They
Yeah.
digging so much. Not only like they first off they playing in the water. We done had like what was that? The Deep Horizon
Mhm.
big
Yeah.
fire, and I think it was
Yeah.
another oil rig that blew up some daggone where. We had a
Mhm.
couple oil spills in the water. They
Hmm.
dropping bombs, doing nuclear bomb tests and stuff in
Yeah.
the
Yep.
water,
Humans
and
fucked this
then
planet up.
yeah,
Yeah.
And now
then
we're
they
gonna
go
go to
up.
Mars and mess that planet up.
Then they go
Everything
over
we
to
touch,
the
we
ice
destroy.
and drilling down to find different stuff. How many holes you
Mm.
think you can put in ice? Go in your refrigerator and take a nail and tap a
Yeah.
hole in a piece of ice every day, and then come in there one day and see when the ice actually fall apart. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
eventually, it's not going to be a whole piece if you keep taking pieces out, and they just keep. We always testing something. We always touching tunes. We always
Hmm.
opening stuff we ain't got no business. We sending
Yeah.
signals out in space. And
That's why I don't think.
y'all ain't watch Ice Age the Meltdown.
They ain't
Yes.
watch
It's
it.
happening.
They
Yes.
It's
didn't
in
watch
the
it.
movies.
They
It's in
didn't
the
watch it.
movies. I told you, Coco. It's in the
They
movies.
didn't watch it.
And
They
not
didn't
only
watch
that,
it.
they I don't understand with climate change being a big thing. The other big thing that's y'all watch the debates and stuff, right? And
Oh
the
yeah.
political thing. They talk a lot about fracking. Remember, fracking wasn't a hot topic of the debate for
Hmm.
a long time. It's always been around, but they're
Yeah.
making it a must do thing, which
Hmm.
mind boggles me because it's like, how do you talk about climate change and being
Yeah.
supportive of fracking in the same sentence? Because the two just don't go together.
No.
Fracking is going to severely increase the issues that we have with like global warming and climate change like that because you're literally digging into what we need and that takes away from our agriculture that we need to survive. So it's
Hmm.
kind of like 'cause then you cause more things like erosion, runoff, and all of that stuff, and then you're pretty much destroying the land that we have here. So it's
Yeah.
kind of I don't understand why that's a thing, and it's like y'all gonna do it whether we vote for it or not anyway. But I
Yeah.
Right.
just don't understand how the conversation can happen, and you think it's not safe. It's not like
It's not.
um it's not something that everybody should go up for when we're already in a state of devastation. Just watch like even when it comes to like NASA, like when
Mhm.
you look at Earth compared to other planets, every planet atmosphere is changing. So it ain't just here.
Yeah.
It's not just here. Every planet literally the
Our solar
atmosphere,
system.
yeah, it's
Hmm.
It's
changing.
our solar
And it's
system.
got more planets and
Hmm.
offspring planets, and we getting closer to the damn Milky Way. We about to be in the hole.
And they found another black hole.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they got all the, it's a lot to do with the activity of the sun, but we draining the sun so much with everything that we use and all the satellites that we got connected to pulling energy from the sun.
Mhm.
We doing too much that we really need to just work on a lot of naturalness for real. First of all, we live in an inhumane life. This ain't the life God wanted us to live. He ain't have all this stuff. We supposed to be sleeping in the nighttime
Yeah.
and doing a little working and stuff in the daytime, praising the Lord on the Sunday. You feel me? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying I don't
Mhm.
even know if that was really because I don't even know if that's how it was back then. But that's how I feel like eventually at this time that's where it's supposed to be. We
Yeah.
we not taking care. Is we the only country? How many countries like not in the little treaty thing? Because I know we ain't in the little
Oh, hell no.
save the earth stuff. We don't even want to save
Mm-mm.
the earth.
No.
No,
Hell no.
I definitely agree because when you think about it in ancient times before because even before you had electronics and things like that, the world is technically built to live off of your environment.
Yeah,
Far as
it
food,
is.
like build your home and everything is naturally made. So when we talk about man-made inventions,
We out of
yes,
order.
it takes away. So when you think about it, so because you have some like people who live in like jungles and certain cultures of people,
Mm-hmm.
that's I think the beauty of like culture and some people that can identify with the culture and like some of these places like Thailand and even some parts of like Asia, Africa, India, where they actually are in their natural habitat, using their natural resources. We look at it like, oh, I could never. Yes,
Yeah.
but they're probably the most healthiest people. They
Yep.
not worried about much. They chilling. They know how to fish. They know how to cut their stuff, cook it using firewood and
Yep.
and clicking some rocks and stuff together, and they good to go. And happy
Yep.
go lucky. We the ones are codependent on things that's not from nature.
Yep.
Like everything that they do is within their environment, including how they heal.
You know
That's
what?
crazy.
That's why some countries don't even want us there.
Mm-mm.
Like, nah,
'Cause
stay away from us.
Because we got an American way, the land of the free.
Yeah.
It's the and I don't want to live in a dictatorship, you know,
Mm-mm.
or nothing like that. Because
Nah.
though as much as I feel like America sucks at times,
Yeah.
um, I do feel that way, and it's my right as an American to feel that way.
Yeah.
Um, I don't want to live where Kim Jong Un
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
wherever that country is, they got more bed bugs than us. Is it
Yeah.
Europe?
It's somewhere.
Uh, Paris.
of all the
Parrot. Yeah.
things you can say, Frank,
Oh,
you said,
I mean, but
I
let's get.
got one
you
more.
said,
And the only reason why the United States got roaches is because they Russian roaches. We ain't or German. They Russian or German, one of the two.
They can't. You can't be killed. I'll tell you that.
They
It's hard to
can, but
kill
they
them.
wasn't here. They was not here. They came over on a boat.
Mm-hmm. A
Just
lot of stuff
study
came
some of
here.
the book. So all I'm saying is it
Mm-hmm.
could be worse, but like other countries, everybody have their own ways of doing things. We have our way of doing things, but when it comes to
Yeah.
global warming, everybody need to put their pride to the side
Yeah.
and work together, all of us as a unit, because this ain't gonna affect no one person, it's gonna affect everybody.
Yeah.
Um
You. You know.
um
You. Uh.
They so divided. Oh, yeah, wait, let me say this before I forget. Um, don't they say in the Bible somewhere like the Antichrist come back and deceive? You feel me? But
Yeah.
this was all the part that they was talking about, like, I don't mean to bring up another movie reference, but Left Behind.
yeah,
Oh man,
you
I
know,
forgot about that.
I talk
Yeah. I
about it
read the
all the
book too.
time. Left Behind.
yeah,
If the Bible, the Book of Revelations, if you ain't really into trying to read and understand the Bible, just watch Left Behind.
yeah.
Um, Not the new one, the 2001, the
You talking about the?
1990s, the
Yeah.
old one
Yeah. The
with
old one. Yeah.
not the Nicolas Cage one, because they dumbed it down and they made it like a movie.
Like a
But
Not,
movie.
watch the
Yeah.
biblical
not to
one.
cut you off. You know, I noticed a lot of some preachers do, but a lot of preachers don't talk about the book of Revelations.
They
So
used to talk about it when we was
they
growing
don't.
up in the
When we
in
coming up,
the
yeah,
90s.
scare the hell
And
out of
the
you.
90s
Yeah,
and before, they used to have you
yeah.
thinking it
The
started
book of
happening. You be thinking,
Revelation.
oh,
Like it's gonna
you be
happen
you
like
be
it's gonna happen
you be
tomorrow or something like that.
you be on the bus on the way
I
home
know
from
this
school
shit though.
and it's
Yeah,
hell, and you be thinking the world is over. It's the
A
scare,
hell.
lot of people scared of that. I'm telling you, they scared of
scare
the
the hell out of.
Revelation.
But
But
the
I mean, it's
Revelation is the best book, I mean, in the New
oh,
Testament, in my opinion.
real quick.
Hmm.
Where was I at? I forgot where I was at. But I had a conversation. So it was this guy started talking to me. He was Muslim. He was from originally, where did he say he was Sudan, so over there somewhere. I ran
Yeah.
one of those countries. But he
Hmm.
was like well, of course, he said he grew up in New York, right?
Hmm.
But he so I was like, okay, so he just started talking about like religion. He was like Muslim is the most natural purest religion. So we had the whole conversation. So I said, well, that's your culture. You know what I mean? That's
Hmm.
what but somebody else could dispute like most cultures or whatever. So we had the whole thing. So he was talking about a lot of things when it comes to like what we were talking about, certain things that are like man-made and like
Hmm.
and there's only like one God. And he was talking about like the Antichrist and what happens when he comes back, and all of these different things. And I said,
Hmm.
so I don't know what made me say it, because
Hmm.
how somebody, it's the only one. I'm telling you, read, what is it, the what's the book, what's the Muslim book, read
The
Quran.
Quran.
the
Quran.
Quran.
The
Yeah, I'm
Quran.
sorry. So he was like, read it. I said, I said, okay. I said, but do you follow everything in your religion?
What do you
He
say?
said, well, what do you mean? I said exactly what I said.
Do you
I
follow?
said,
Yeah.
because you told me I should not have questions. And I said, everything is questionable. I didn't say I
Wait,
disagree with it.
he said you shouldn't have questions.
As far as he's saying, because I told him, I was raised like Baptist, certain things, but
Yeah.
every religion, I said a lot of times the book and the
Hmm.
teachings is based on the structure of the
Yeah.
religion that it is.
Hmm.
Because when
Yeah.
people with episcopal, whatever, talk about,
Episcopalian. Yeah. Episcopalian.
there's
Episcopal.
Episcopalian. Yeah. I got you.
I got a
Episcopalian.
question. I got a question after you
but
finish,
I'm just
Coco.
saying, hold on, but everybody, when you go, just like when you go to Christian churches,
Yeah.
they worship differently, is what I was
Yeah.
trying to say. It doesn't make it
Yeah.
wrong, but
Right.
that's just, that's their thing. And
Right.
he was like, there's no such thing as like spiritual beings. I said, that's not true.
He said
I said,
that.
so we can, I said, we can debate about that. So you can't tell me. I said, so what is it that moves you? The spirit of something, the spirit of righteousness has to move you in a way for you to have a faith, no
What type
matter
of
what.
Islam was he studying?
So
No, the one on Google.
Yeah, I'm talking like what
yeah,
type of stuff
so
was he studying?
so I said, so again, are you pure? Because he was saying like he don't do birthdays, and because he is something
Yeah.
about like the cake and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
I said, so everything you practice strictly in the walk of the book of the Quran, and what you do, everything Jesus would do.
What'd he say?
For the most part. I said no. So
He don't sound right.
it's like in anything. So, and it baffles me because I don't like when
He
people.
don't sound right.
I may not believe in certain. Let me rephrase that.
Mm.
I may not agree with
Yeah.
certain things based off of my own logic and my own way of being. But that does, I would never down somebody else for whatever they, if that's what you do and that's what your faith based, great.
You know what,
Everybody's
Coco?
entitled to that. But I don't like when people try to prejudge and push something else on or say,
Yeah.
well, your way of you can't judge me. The only person when I get up there
Hmm.
and I meet him, if he graced me the presence.
Hmm.
abandon his cup. So I could be like, listen, what had happened was.
Yeah. You know some
So
Coco? I was a Muslim for 20 plus years, die hard, prayed 5 times a day, didn't eat no pork, didn't do nothing. Didn't curse, didn't do nothing. And every Ramadan I read the Quran because we supposed to read it the whole book every Ramadan from front to back. And I don't know what he was believing because even in the Quran, even the traditional Muslim says you have to accept the Bible in its earliest form. If you don't accept the Bible in its earliest form, you can't accept the Quran. Because see, the difference between the Quran and the Bible is the Quran sees Jesus as a prophet, but it also sees Jesus as the Messiah. So I don't know what he's talking about. And what walking in the spirit, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know.
Making it seem like everybody else was inauthentic or like and I was looking at him like, what? And then I said to myself, why? Matter of fact, I was waiting for some food. My fat ass. I said,
I don't know what he was talking about.
About this, and he really, and it was kind of. I meant to vent to you about that, but I was just like,
I don't know what he's talking about. Because you're not supposed to criticize somebody. It wasn't supposed to this if you're a believer.
I got nervous because he looked at me and he said, "There's only one religion, and that's Muslim." I say, "Yep, give me my food before it blow."
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he was talking about. I don't know what he was talking about. I don't know what he was talking about.
No, if you just think about it.
Yeah.
If you saw somebody, okay, what all of those different things, and you're pretty much religious neutral.
Yeah.
And they look at you and they instantly, I don't know who this man was. He just started talking religious talk and then did me dead in my eyes. Look at me, Jude. Look at me. There's only one religion. I said, yep.
I'm saying this the Baptist. Is the Baptist only in the black church? Is a Baptist being the Baptist? I'm just asking because I thought, listen,
no, it's not.
What's
It's
the question?
My kids went to when I
was
first
Baptist only for the black church.
It's not, because when I first moved to the county with my children when they were young, they attended. We did attend a predominantly white Baptist church. They was cool. Or they was in there catching the Holy Ghost and everything.
Yeah, I'm just saying because I ain't never I've never. Every time I hear somebody say they a Baptist, it's usually a black person.
Yeah.
So I was just like, it's only being a Baptist. I'm not anything. I don't even.
Yeah.
So do you become a Baptist because you get baptized?
I don't know.
Me personally,
For real, I want to know. Like,
I don't know.
I don't know.
It was my family. It was my family religion. My great grandparents had founded a church, and it was a Baptist church. Did I get baptized? Yes, but that was I guess the what is it? The religious connection was Baptist. It wasn't nothing else because a lot of these are like the apostles, and I didn't know about them back then. I just knew about Christian, Baptist, and what was the other one? And
Pentecostal. You got Pentecostal, Baptist, Methodist, Episcopalian. Oh,
that was it.
When I was a Christian, that's what I was.
I'm just talking about for me. That's the only one. So the other ones, I was like, oh, that's a new one, and I didn't know because I was strictly stuck into. But you laughing at me?
No, I'm laughing at my sister texting me. She watching the show. She texting me, Southern Baptist is a white one.
I was I was thinking that. I was thinking that.
And I was like, I didn't think of that.
I was thinking that, but I wasn't gonna say it.
Like I didn't think so. I was like, no, but for real, every time I hear people say like I'm a Baptist, it's usually like a black person. That's like
It's just like you got Methodists, you got African Methodists.
Listen, let me tell you, no question. My teacher told me in elementary school, no question is a dumb question, and you don't know unless you ask.
Hey, hold on, Marina. Hold hold up, Marina, where are you? I'm sitting on your step. See,
He could have
where the
texted
hell
me.
you at?
He always personal conversations during the show.
Marina, don't go
Every
home.
time.
Don't go home.
I'm
It's
sitting
a,
on
it's
your
a
step.
dude. It's a dude out front with a hoodie on, sitting on the steps, smiling from ear to ear. Don't go home.
No,
Say
but you know what?
that.
The thing about it, like, see, that's what turned me away from the church because you had all these different denominations, and I'm like, y'all just can't get along. But everywhere I go, you got one mosque and one synagogue, but you got 1,000 churches, and none of them want to work together. And I never understood that. Like even here,
It's
you got,
cultural.
huh?
It's cultural. It's there was a study. Hear me out. This is I
Don't
think
Talk
this
call
too
me.
bad
I'm on
about
I'm on
church.
my
You
phone.
might
You
have
can't
people
call me,
mad at
man.
me.
Who
so
said
I think
that?
she's
I
gonna
can't
call
talk
it that.
about the church.
No, I
Oh,
mean hear me out because there
because I
was
was
a
a dude at
study.
first.
I think that's the beauty about like we just went over this in class. So a lot
Yeah,
of times when how we talk, a lot of people like myself,
yeah,
you identify what you were born into or what's in your
yeah,
immediate environment or whatever.
yeah, yeah,
So some
definitely.
people identify with those things. So mostly when it comes to like the religious thing, your cultural beliefs, your moral belief, and all of that stuff, it's all about your cul-
Oh,
your upbringing.
yeah,
That
I
plays a
grew
huge
up
part
in the
too.
church. I grew up in the church, but I think this
I
seeing
did too.
some of the like I don't know. It took me a while to understand that church folks are human beings, but I do hold
Hmm.
like certain people, so like the pastor.
Yeah.
uh, It was certain things that at this very moment right now I will not quote correctly, but I'm gonna dumb it down for
Hmm.
myself. Y'all just keep up. Yeah.
And then she's still trying to light it and go say something
Yeah,
like
I know,
that.
I know, I know.
Just saying, listen,
I'm cackling.
it's the Bible says something along the line about, watch the leader that you follow
Yep.
Yeah.
and make sure you get in the word
Yep.
Hmm.
from a pure soul.
Hmm.
And I'll mean no harm from the
No,
Creflo
spit it out.
Dollars
Spit
and
it
all
out.
them other. I had an uncle that was a pastor. I
Preach
had an
it.
ex who had a grandfather that was a
Hmm.
pastor, and I've heard some things and I've seen some things. You feel me?
Hmm. Preach it.
My and I just it pulled me out. It never changed my faith because I still that
Yeah.
relationship
Hmm.
is always going to be there. But what
Hmm.
the church stood for, in my
Hmm.
eyes, and most of them do stand for, is not aligned with what they trying to claim they teaching. And a
Right.
lot of people use their church as a forefront to get money and to bribe people. I've seen like your situation there you talking about down there. I've seen people like when
Hmm.
COVID hit. I've seen churches not help people, and it was not all the churches, but it be those little ones
Yep.
that it shouldn't even be a factor that you are a
Nope.
church.
Mm-hmm.
You feel
Yep.
me? Like you are a church, and you don't gotta come out of pocket with money. And I can see if like you couldn't, but you gotta give back. You got more
Right.
people in the community doing things for the community than the
I,
church in the community. It's not
Yep.
a part of the
mm-hmm.
family. Everybody
Exactly.
Hmm.
trying to get over. You got pastors sleeping with members, and you
Yep.
got people
Community.
Mhm.
he's a man. He's just your average man. No, he's a
Right.
man of God.
He's a man of
You feel
God.
me?
Hey.
We hold them Christians, them Catholics, the same way,
Can I
Yep.
speak on
to
that
the
real
same
quick?
standard. Oh yeah,
Can I
Let me
let's
speak
see.
on
talk about them. Go ahead, let's talk about
Can I
them because
speak on that?
I
Preach it.
yes.
No,
Keep
because
on talking, Jude. Keep on
I
talking, Jude.
actually no, I actually had this conversation with a pastor, and I
Mhm.
think sometimes the title sounds good, but a
Mhm.
lot of times when temptation and granted everybody's human and go through their things, but when we hold them accountable, when we talk about accountability, when you take on a role, that's a leadership role. You also
Yep.
take on a responsibility to walk in a certain. You're supposed to walk a certain walk. Whether
Yep.
and it gets that road gets difficult. We're not saying that you gotta be perfect, but you ain't supposed to be messy and going against it. Because how can someone
Hmm.
listen to your word and follow you and want to live righteously if you're not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's like and then the first thing I was told was, "Well, I'm still a human being. I'm da 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 da." But that doesn't mean, but you
It doesn't
still
justify. Yeah.
hold a certain position, regardless of what
Hmm.
it is. You chose that. Well, he
You know
well
some Coco?
if you want to say he chose you, okay. If most pastors
Yeah.
say he came to me, he talked to me, and he chose me to deliver his message or to be his what is it called?
Yeah.
His y'all know what I'm
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you just gonna let God down and be out here in these streets like this living crazy? And it's not even
Oh.
about promiscuity,
Mm-mm.
it's about all of it. Because how can you
Hmm.
get up in this pulpit and preach to people who are listening to you, not only for the word, but that's also guidance. The word is a
Hmm.
guidance to guide you through
That's
life.
what it's a God. Yeah.
It's,
Exactly.
it's how you live. That's what
Yep.
that is. So if you're not living by the word that you preach, how can your congregation do especially if your congregation full of all let me shut up.
You know something,
Yeah, if
Coco,
you're a
and
pastor, okay.
you know something, Coco, and Jude could probably relate to this. Now you know I'm on Facebook. I clown everybody. And I clown the LGBTQ community. But it's nothing. It's always I joke a lot, and I always defend gays because of this. The one thing the church always like to say is being gay is
Let's
abomination.
go.
And
Yes, let
this
me
is what
talk
I
about it.
always say. I say they always pick that one thing when there's 25 other abominations. But why they always pick being gay?
Mhm.
That's unfair because being gay is not the only abomination in the Bible. In fact, when you read the abominations in the Bible, gay is not even in the top 20. It's like 22. But they skip all over the other ones just to say,
Bosco,
yo.
tag me in, tag me in, tag me in. Back.
Put your hand
Oh
up,
yeah,
put
yeah,
your
yeah,
hand
yeah,
up,
yeah. I
put
got
your
you.
hand
I
up.
got you. I got you. I got you. And see that's
Oh,
why I say I joke around and I talk. I talk my shit, but I will defend
listen,
someone in the gay community about that because I think it's unfair because see, you're singling that person out of one thing in the Bible. When the Bible, when they talk about you, that's one of the abominations. When they throw the stones
you
at
know
you saying
why?
that you're
You know
wrong.
why? You
Yeah.
know why? I just want to say this. I'm sorry
Hmm.
for all the Catholics, because it don't
Hmm.
only affect the Catholics, but it mainly affects the Catholics.
Hmm.
This statement here is mainly, direct, like, uh, anyway, because a
Yeah.
pastor,
I'm sorry,
whoever.
shout out to
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I
Oh,
always gotta pay YouTube
YouTube.
respect. Who I don't know who, well, blessed one of said it's about accountability and
Yeah. And
integrity
integrity.
and to
The
deflect
Yup.
from what we are doing. Shout out to
Right.
you.
Yeah.
Big
So,
shit. Yup. Big ups. Yup.
so, I feel like the this particular group of religious people, the Catholics, talk about
Hmm.
don't the abomination and same sex, being gay,
Hmm.
whatever, blah blah blah.
Hmm.
But they practice two things:
Hmm.
homosexuality and what's this called when they predatorial
Mm-hmm.
Oh
sex.
yeah.
Misconduct.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I
Yeah.
say that
Yeah.
because they got the most allegations between
Yes.
priests
Yes.
having sex with little boys and
Little
the men in
boys.
the church.
Yes.
And they neck and neck, and the pastors are neck and neck because that's a different things,
Oh
But
yeah.
them fathers over there,
Mm-hmm.
but they take an oath. Them
Yeah,
and nuns
Hmm.
take an oath
Yeah.
to
They take an oath.
celibacy.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you feel me. I feel like in the whole realm, but not only do y'all cover it up, y'all call it cleansing by
Yeah.
touching and grooming and having intercourse with these boys. That's
Yeah.
homosexuality, and that's also predatorial
Mm-hmm.
on that
Predator.
end. So they
Yeah.
not they you project things on
Hmm.
people and because they're fighting their own demons within that
Yeah.
part of the religion and within religion in general, because it's happening everywhere. It's not just the Catholic Church, but it's mainly going on over there because they've been talking
Yeah,
about that since forever. It's like been a
forever.
thing. You
Yeah,
feel me? Like it's even
going back
in
to the Roman
movies
days.
from back in the history.
Listen
You
to
feel me?
black
Like
churches too. Look at TD. What's his name? What's the man's name?
yeah.
A lot
Yeah,
of them black
that's why I
pastors
said
was accused of
everybody,
it
but the
too.
higher numbers is dead
Hmm.
in the
Hmm.
Catholic Church. You feel me? Like I
Yeah,
ain't, and I don't understand that. But I feel like that's why the church comes so hard because it's been a thing in within the church homes since
hmm,
forever. So it's
Yep.
not
forever.
our demon, it's not the gay community's demon that the church
Right.
is fighting, it's the church's demon
It's the church,
that the church is
exactly.
fighting. But the Bible also said,
Mhm.
watch who you follow, and the
Yeah,
Antichrist is going to come back and deceive you. And if you're following the wrong, you know,
yeah.
that's
And
all
see,
I'm gonna say about that.
that's my thing, Jude. And see,
That's
I
what
have
turned
an
me on.
issue with
That's all I
I
was
have an issue with the pastors because they out here smashing these women, and the women are like, "Well, that's my pastor. He's human. He's wrong." And see, that's another abomination too. But see, they don't talk about that.
That was
They only
another
singing
thing.
out.
Adultery.
They
They
Not
only
even,
supposed
singing
to
out
but
be
not
having
slaves.
even,
sex
but not, but
before
not even a,
marriage.
but not even a, not even adultery. I think it becomes a thing when you play fickle and
Hmm.
you another form of predatory is not always sexual. Predatory
Right.
can always be when people play on people's vulnerabilities,
Hmm.
or if you trying to fill a void, so you embracing all of these or sleeping with all of these women and doing all of these things. It could
Hmm.
be a lot of things like that. So I think
Yeah, it's always okay for musicians to be gay. That's the thing.
Right.
It's always
Exactly.
good for them to be in the, listen,
very true, very
say
true.
it.
But
Say
yeah,
Whoever
it.
blessed one of is,
I
you
do
nailing
think,
it,
but
man.
I agree with you. I think I was also brought up in the church,
Mhm.
like I said before. I was when I
Yeah,
say
me
I was
too.
an usher, I was on the choir and
Yeah.
everything. I was like proud of
I
it.
would say I
As I
lost my
got,
voice.
yeah, but as I got
It sound
older,
like Beyonce.
as I got older,
Yeah.
I started to like really see things.
Yeah.
I voiced that, said this before, that I didn't
Hmm.
agree with. That was not biblical. It was not
Hmm.
of the religion of what, when you read the Bible, everything is about perception and interpretation, right?
Yeah.
So, and the thing is, okay, if you're teaching me this and I see this and I know that's not right, but this is what y'all doing and y'all hoopling and hollering, and then you coming out and then I see this going on. And then
Hmm.
when you continuously meet people in these religious realms that's maneuvering in the same way, but then when you go to the book, this is not what it's supposed to be. So
Hmm.
if my spirit can be fulfilled while I'm
Hmm.
there, I have a problem with that. So that's what kind of turned me off from, honestly, from the church. And I don't like that whole, this is my personal thing, is the whole judging thing.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people say, "Oh, we don't yes, 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 you do.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do." And
Soon as you
some
walk in the
people
door.
are very judgmental, and when you tend to think that your life is better than someone else's,
Hmm.
that's a form of judgment.
Yeah.
You got to answer for that, and that
Yep.
goes from the pastors on down.
And see, that's why I stopped going to church because I know I used to go in there. Yeah, I was like, man. And the day I walked out of the church for the last time, I sat there and I wouldn't say no, just sitting there chilling, and everybody just looking at me all crazy because I went in there. I went in there with my regular clothes on, my Timberland boots and all that. I know I looked out of place, but people was talking about me. I'm like, but I'm here. I said, you know what? I'm not coming back.
Yep,
And I
this is
never went back after that. And see, I figured you don't have to go to a church house to worship.
You know,
You don't have to.
I got
You
put
do
out
it.
of one before we was teenagers. I was so hurt.
Damn, Jude.
I don't even go to church.
the church.
I didn't go to church like that. But we went in the church. They
Damn.
put us out.
Damn, Jude.
I don't
And
know.
I
Me
never
and my
understood.
homegirls, like no bullcrap. We used to, me and my homegirls, like, I don't know. We it was a Sunday. We woke up and she was like, let's go to church. We ain't had no church. So we went to church. And we went in this church and it was a different church. It was different than the church we was used to,
Oh
you know.
man.
They was in there and the lady just came over. I told us, I don't think you guys belong here. We was like, what?
I,
They
I,
start showing us. They was showing us the door. We was confused.
they ushered you out.
Oh, we ain't not been back there. You know,
I know
I'm
not to
like, I'm
walk
a
with you
car.
anywhere, man.
I'm a
Yeah.
car. I'm like, Mom, I'm a car. Like, hurry up and go
No,
to church.
I agree with Blessed. Well, I'm sorry, Blessed. I added too many letters. Blessed.
Oh man.
They said a lot of black churches are based on tradition instead of righteousness. And
Yeah.
I do agree because I know there were times, and even like back when I was going, like if someone came in like jeans, they were like front, because remember it was like you had to dress up and do
You don't have
everybody,
to come as
you
you
know,
are.
Come
right.
as you are.
I'll never forget. It was this was Pastor Gilead, God rest his soul. I never
Mm-hmm.
forget. It was some chatter.
Mm-hmm.
He checked it and was like, and brought that person to the front, welcomed them or whatever, and
Yeah.
pretty much checked the congregation. And the sermon was about that. Come as you are.
Dang.
The sermon
Dang.
No,
was
right.
saying,
No, go
come as
ahead.
you are. So it was like, and I
Yeah.
was
Go ahead.
like, oh, okay. And so, and that
Go
was
ahead.
the thing. And so like my great grandparents, they were like really,
Mm-hmm.
really religious, but they had that thing that don't judge. Like anybody who like with my family knows, like far as like
Mm-hmm.
that side of the family, they got their shit, but they not gonna judge you, especially like my aunts, my uncles, they embrace
Mm-hmm.
everybody. And
Yeah.
so I like to be the same way. So that's why I can't stand when somebody prejudge or judge me because I'm like, who the fuck are you, bitch?
Yeah.
Because I feel like everybody has their flaws. And I think that's the biggest thing is that people think that they're not flawed. People think that
They're
um
perfect.
I like right. Like this is the thing. People are like, oh, like I work here, I work there. Like you would never hear me brag about nothing I do, nothing that's you know what I'm saying going on. But
Yeah.
when people always talk about, yeah, I do, who are you trying to convince that you're
Mm-hmm.
superior, me or you?
Yeah.
Because that doesn't make you who you are. There's so many different. I think people, when we talk about elements of the world, there's also elements of self.
Yeah.
So you could be great in this one area and a piece of shit in a lot of other areas. And I
Yeah.
think like I was having, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place right now, but I'm a jump
No, you
ship.
good.
Um,
You
no,
good.
I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and we were just talking about like the dating world. And I was like, so you can meet, in my instance, men who
Yeah.
may be financially stable or who have these things, but they lack everything else, lack
Yeah.
communication skills, lack empathy, lack emotional awareness and emotional, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Connection or certain things like that. And because they think they have this, that makes them the best thing on the market. No,
Yeah.
it's not. And the same thing with women. You have some women who think, oh, because I'm educated here, I do this, I do that. And then we
Mm-hmm.
may be lacking in other areas. And I think there's a thing called even accountability and room for growth. And I don't get it. People don't understand that different elements of self that
Yeah.
people don't understand they lack.
Yeah.
Because until you have all of them, you're not perfect. Sit down.
And I think that's the
That's what everyone is
yeah,
like. Sit
and see, I
down.
think that's
Everybody
the
got
problem
roof.
is.
Roof.
Yeah, but some people think because they
Mm-hmm.
can appear or put on
Mm-hmm.
a facade of I'm all put together. No, the fuck you're not. Because the full element, and even when it comes to I know we were talking about religion, but
Mm-hmm.
a spiritual awareness within
Mm-hmm.
yourself has to be there, whatever that may be. That's an
Right.
element. Your emotional compass is like it's all just there. Like, and everybody just
Yeah.
don't understand. You do have elements of self that you should be aware, and a lot of people are not self-aware for shit. People just look
Yeah.
at they think, oh, because I can say I got this and that's it, and deep down inside, you're miserable.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, it's crazy, man.
I just
It's
want to
just
completely out there now.
no, no. You're on the same subject, man. I just think it's I think it's just they just have this holier than thou mentality. That's the problem. They don't humble themselves. They think they're better than everyone else because of what they believe. Like, look, just because you believe
Well,
something
that's
doesn't make
how
you
they
better
was
than somebody.
raised.
You say what,
Tell
Jude?
Well, they was raised. That's the type of environment they was raised in. Some
Yeah.
people just that's or it's the confidence. Some people have that kind of confidence. I don't need. I don't want. I got this. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I got myself this far. So why not? You know. I
Yeah.
don't. I think it depends on the individual.
Yes.
Mm.
Like because. So, I don't know. Sometimes a person can be going through some stuff, but it don't have to show. You
Mm-mm.
feel me? Like
Yeah.
it don't gotta the show that this paying bills could be wearing your ass out, wearing 10 other people down too. So
Yep.
don't let it show. It's a
Yeah.
guy at work, right? At
Mm.
my job, he um mentally challenged. But I don't want to say his name, but he cool. He looked real young though, but he like 50
Mm.
and he looked like I ain't gonna lie, like no older than 30. He used to look like he was like 20 something. And one day when he told me his age, he was like about 45 at the time. And I was like, "You how old?" I was like, "Oh, you look young." This was like 5
Hold
years
up.
ago. I see him all the time. I
I'm
speak
on
to
the
him like
show.
he real cool. But he not like what everybody would consider normal.
I gotta come back.
But
Oh,
dude
I know.
came up, I watched him do a career, shit. That's why people say they can't do
Religion.
something.
Hey, yo,
I
guess
don't
who's
see
it? Guess
why,
guess guess who's here,
because
y'all?
he
Wait, wait,
get
wait,
Guess
wait,
who's
wait,
here?
wait. Hold up. You just
uh,
why did
hey,
you
boy,
man, you gonna talk?
You can't get him.
he did a lot. He did a lot of
Oh, we're going
things,
to.
but I asked him why he looked so young, and he told me like no matter what he going through, like he don't stress over it. Bro, I was like, oh, you look young, like because he looked real young. Even like now he's 50. It's 5 years ago, but he don't look no older than maybe like 25, 30. He looked young, perfect skin, like no stress. He always smiling, like he just looked joyful. And I know he had more life challenges physically than I have growing up. You feel me? It ain't stop him from doing nothing. And his reason for how he maintaining life is not stressing or worrying or holding on to grudges and things like that for like a couple years. This man sent me like mixtapes of songs on peace and shit. And I loved it for real until like I end up getting too many of them. But like you just send me like for real, like it was just
Yeah,
like things like just to be in like his mind frame, like that was kind of like I don't know. Just wanted to share that, like man, that make you think like you don't gotta look like it just because you're going through something. Like
exactly. My brother, God rest his soul, he taught me that when I was in labor. I ain't lying. Girl, he supposed to be help hold my leg up. He said, "Oh, where the brush? You took a mess." This nigga was brushing my hair
that
like,
that is the time where I don't think anybody can. And I don't even have
girl,
kids,
we
but I've
did.
seen a few before.
And ever since then, but our grandmother, God rest her soul, she taught us that too. Because her thing was, and that's a true statement. And I think I pride myself in that. When you when you look presentable or you look good,
Hmm.
you walk differently. You move
Right.
differently. You have a different level of confidence. It's just like getting
Hmm.
a new hairstyle when the guys get their hair cut. They be feeling themselves. Because
Yeah, they be all like, we be in the camera because I'm a guy.
yeah, your security level boosts up. So one of the things that she taught us was like you never leave the house looking crazy. And I would have
Right.
friends like go to Walmart or to the market, and I'd be like, all right, give me a second, let me throw something on that. Now we going to the store. Just I'm not going out like that. You would never catch me outside a certain way unless I was doing something on purpose or pulling a prank. You
Hmm.
not catch me
Yeah,
outside.
especially going somewhere, like going somewhere. No, it just
Could be
costs
anywhere.
a
They
little.
literally they come to
At least let
you
me put
know,
my lash on.
you
Yeah.
gonna make this Walmart run? That's me. I got lashes on. I'm matching. I'm gonna look presentable. And it wasn't even that. Her thing was always, no matter what you got going on, self
Yeah.
care is always important. And I
Yeah.
think something a lot of us miss, because even when you're going through the midst of a storm and you still look nice, you feel good about yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think and it's also like a mental way of like thinking about stuff. Because when you see people that look disheveled all the time or don't take time to take care of themselves, you be like, you all right?
Yeah.
Like you look
Yeah.
like you, and they like, shit, I'm all right. No, nah, baby, you're a
Yeah.
little gang.
That's
Look
crazy,
at the
man.
part, you be the part, you act the part.
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
It's a whole feeling confident and good about yourself, like just taking that extra energy to just do a little something extra that
Mhm,
day. Somebody once told me before when I would dress up to go to certain places, like hanging out and just like normal spots. It's like you do too much. I wouldn't dress up. I said, well, I don't dress up for other people. I dress up for me. I put this
Yeah.
on and thought I look good in this, and I would go
mhm,
outside this. Like it's not do it for yourself. Most people do
mhm,
things for somebody else. Like once you get to
Mhm.
that point where and that's where it is in the world now. Everybody do kind of. I ain't big into fashion. I'm just big into if that look cute or today for where
mhm.
I'm going. I don't
That's
even
Yeah.
care.
it.
I thought and the older the shoe, sometimes the more comfortable it is at this age. So
Yeah.
That part.
I ain't really, I ain't really worrying about too much. As long as I look good. But
Yeah.
it's all about comfort. It's mixed with sexiness. It's
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
me when I
No,
put my clothes
nothing.
on. It ain't about you. I don't care. You got up and decide to put that on. I got up and decided to put this on. Don't worry
Yeah.
about what I put on. Just
Cause I
enjoy
love
it.
like a t-shirt and but and it's but it'll be cute. Like it's all about you, but just make sure you look presentable.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
You know,
girl
That's the
today
bottom
told
line.
me my pants was a little big because I wore my pants that I usually wear with like a crop top and like my boxers short. And
mhm.
she was like, she was like, I like those pants, but they look a little big on you. I said, yeah, I wore them to work today. I usually don't wear these to work because I usually wear them with like my stomach out. These ain't really work pants. I just wore, I just got up and threw something on because I ain't really feel like coming
That's
in
why they threw you out of church.
it.
Now she was jealous.
That's why they threw you out of church.
And it's no.
No, I had on like t-shirt and some like there was Knickerbocker times. I had on a pair of
What?
Knickerbockers.
No,
But
I
what did
remember I
you?
had a conversation with a coworker like that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when you gotta dress a certain way for work or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say what job it was. Um, and she was going through something, and what I didn't like, because my thing is everything is about approach, right?
Yeah.
Um, and just because someone looks a certain way, there are
Mm-hmm.
certain ways to say it, and it wasn't that her hygiene was off. It was just um someone said something like you look like one of the people, right? That we like
Mm-hmm.
facial. So I'm like, well, that's not nice. That would put some if she's going through if this person is going through a depression or something, you don't know that there's
Yeah,
something
like
deep
can't
down.
pick on nobody.
Yeah.
So no, it wasn't. They didn't look at it as picking. They look at it like I'm a deciler. And I'm like, but no, you can't say it like that. Like nice looking girl and everything like that. So I just like conversation came up and I'm like, we're going, da 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 da. So you know
Mm-hmm.
how you thought like you be looking at clothes and stuff like that. And I was like, this
Mm-hmm.
one look cute on you. Look at this, you like this? Like, like little stuff like
Yeah.
that. And then
Yeah.
she started showing me pictures of her, like dressed
Mm-hmm.
up. Beautiful, gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm talking, I'm like, well, why you been, girl? You need to come here. You know what I mean? You know
Yeah.
how. So she was, and she was going through something. So we had the whole talk about, like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
even when you come to work, because it's different. So she did start, like, eventually, not immediately,
Mm-hmm.
started coming. It was like more presentable, but she was also more productive. So I say that to say, even when it comes to our work, what you look
Mm-hmm.
like on a day to day, if I'm
Mm-hmm.
dressed you down going to work, I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to do nothing. But when I look cute, I want to be saying I'm all over the place being productive. Hey y'all, can you overlook this? Look at this right here. You got that right. Right. Can you look? Honestly, know these people today? Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
you going to the upstairs? What you need me to take up there? You need me to go to the mailroom?
That's exactly how it is on the day. Yeah, got this so let me go in and walk around.
Shoot, don't let nobody be like, oh, you look like go to another floor. Hold up. like nope. Yeah, like you just gotta take pride in yourself.
We're at the end of the show, y'all. We had a pretty good 2 hours, man.
I know.
Yeah.
Jude gotta come back again next week.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you gotta come back, Jude, man. We need that third wheel all the time, man. But anyway, let me close.
I'm gonna be here.
All right.
I'm in here painting. That's why I kept drifting off.
Oh, you straight? You straight? I'm in
Oh,
here cutting the dog.
Yes.
You
Yeah, I ain't finished from yet.
Oh yeah, yeah, she's in the building.
Hey, I need
we had
you. If this
take a show on the road today.
No, what's her name? If this person is watching, I'm sorry. I'm going to reach out to you tomorrow, Miss Cat. I really want to do a show with her. She's pretty awesome. So hopefully
I gotta give you my cousin's number too. I gotta give her your number so you can call her.
Yes. So hopefully I can get you to come back too. And we can get Morena to come on as well. Again. So I'm gonna let Bosco since we don't know what's going on, he's gonna take us out because he ain't do it last week.
I know, but here it goes. Once again, thank you for tuning in to Capture Conference every Wednesday, 8 to 10 p.m. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, and of course, handradio.org. You listen to the audio simulcast, also on handradio.org. Thank you for the Jude. Check out our Jude creations. She gets down. She do it all. Everything she's drawing right now, painting right now. That's what she does. She gets down. Thank you for J Bear, Paul, Lamont, Fallon, who she needs to pop up more often. My YouTube guy, Blessed One Up. Big shouts out to you for showing up. Paul, I said Paul, right? Somebody else popped up in here. I don't remember who else. Anyway, if you pop, yeah, well, she could say hello herself. She's right there.
And me.
But check us out every Wednesday, y'all. We are out till next Wednesday. Peace and soul. Deuces, y'all.
You gotta say Raven.
Right, Rich. Oh, Rich behind the boards too.
I'm not saying that. No way nobody saying nothing. Tries to be out at
Damn, is Rich even there? Rich even there? Yo, Rich, you there? Well, let me give him a quick promo then. Buy your hand radio merch at handradio.org/shop. Get your hoodie, get your hats, get your shirts. They 100% feeling good. They come in black, man. Got the nice little design on their phase out. Rich, if you behind the board, you can take us out anytime you're ready. If not, we're gonna keep talking. One. I think Rich fell asleep. He might have fell asleep.